Aloha. You are a miracle. I believe that. My name is Leslie Gill, and I'm producer and host of today's show, which is about superpower breathing. And Dr. Patricia Bragg, can you tell me, why do we have to learn about breathing if it's a natural function?
Well, unfortunately, Leslie, Americans are shallow breathers. Now, Bob Anderson, the leading stretching coach in the world, teaches the Bragg superpower breathing exercises all over the world at his seminars, and he said it creates Olympic champions. Every one of your trillions of cells need oxygen. Breathe in, hold it, and then slowly breathe out. The longest people that live in the world are deep breathers. I had Jerome Hines, 6'7", sang with Annette for years. Oh my God, they breathe deep. I have Katy Perry, Gary Underwood. Oh, Bette Midler.
Oh,
Yes,
singers.
Yes.
Oh.
And the Beach Boys I have. They have to breathe in that oxygen and throw their voice out. And all your cells, my trillions, they need oxygen. And most of they don't even just hardly breathe in. They don't even. Oh, concentrate. My father and I wrote the book, Superpower Breathing.
And don't you have a nonprofit? Isn't that
We
true?
have a nonprofit, and we give scholarships to health institutes, naturopathic colleges, and all.
And you have a prison ministry as well?
I go to prisons. I teach them how to pray. I said, how do you pray? I wanted you to speak to my best buddy. He can be with you night and day. He teaches you what's right and what's wrong.
You wanted to be a missionary at one point of your life, didn't you?
I did. I was ready to go. I was ready to go off to Africa, where my two cousins were. And guess what? My dad said, Patricia, just give me a year. A year, please. Well, that year, Leslie, it's been over 60 years.
My goodness.
He said, just give me a year to be a Bragg Health Crusader. I travel the world, and I go to prisons. I go to schools, churches, auditoriums all over the world. I've spoken with Katy Perry's minister parents.
My goodness,
They go to Russia.
Really?
Our book, Miracle of Fasting, has been the #1 book in Russia now for
I heard that.
over 50 years.
My good. Now, Patricia, since we're almost out of time, can you give us an example of breathing? How we can breathe at home to relax and energize?
Yes, I want you to realize to breathe in, hold it, and then let it all out and drop your head below your heart and let it all out. Breathe in, and do this morning and night. And it's so important to breathe fresh air. If you're in toxic air in your office, buy a little air purifier. If you go through smog in your car and everything, guess what? Get a little in the cigarette lighter. You can get a little purifier,
Really?
for your car.
What about just breathing by the ocean?
Oh, it's wonderful. Clean air from the ocean. I love it. I live here at Diamond Head, right on the water, and over in Maui, right near the water. I love it. I love it.
Patricia, what would you like to tell the audience about breathing before we leave?
Well, I think it's very important to breathe deep and deep and deep. You know, when you run to catch a bus or a train and you get a stitch in your side, that means the air is getting down in unused areas of your lungs. So start opening them up. And breathe and do your stationary jogging, do your running. Remember, I train triathletes. I had Dave Scott. He won 5 Ironman triathlons. And my dad, Paul Bragg, was the originator. He's the first triathlete. He promoted swim, bike, run, even in the 20s and 30s.
Well, thank you, Patricia. You're a delight. Thank you very much.
Oh, it's my pleasure to share. And they go to bragg.com. And hear me on youtube.com, Patricia Bragg. I love being a health crusader. God bless each one of you.
Thank you, and I appreciate you.